All right, guys, I want to share with you a big boy watch. This is the 48 millimeter Lum-Tec 600M-2 series of watch. My good buddy Dirks sent this in, and I'll put a link to Dirks' channel, and you'll understand why he was really drawn to this watch, because Dirk likes these huge folder knives that are custom and amazing looking and just almost cartoonish big, the blades on them. And I think this wears really good with some of the pairings that he does with those watches. So if you have a really big wrist, this is going to look normal on your wrist. But if you have, I'm going to do a wrist shot with this because it's 48 by 59 millimeter, guys. It is a big boy watch. And we'll talk more about that in detail. Well, let's just get right into it because we talk about the size first, right? So this is a Lum-Tec. They call it the 600M series. This is the 600M-2 series. You know, that'll tell you which colorway it is because there are different colorways. Each one, as far as I can tell, they made 150 of them. So they're limited production. They're using the Miyota 9015 movement, so you're going to get your hack and your hand wind and all that stuff. You can see it's not running right now, so let's unscrew this oversized crown. This crown is almost 11 millimeter big, so it is very easy to use, obviously, when you have a crown that size. And it is screw down. It is a 600 meter water depth watch. Although it's not a dive watch, you're definitely not going to have to worry about getting this thing wet. So, all right, easy enough to handle. I mean, that's just like too easy. It's overpowered. It's so big, right? So 48 millimeter, like I said, 59 millimeter lug tip to lug tip. And it almost looks like those are just like bolted on. And everything's like very robust about this watch. 13.8 millimeter thick, so just under 14. Really nice thick sapphire crystal there with anti-reflective coating on the underside. And 24 millimeter lug width, you know, that's an appropriate size lug width for a watch of this size. And then you have some strap options. This one, I think Dirk wore this watch a lot. I think this watch was early on in his watch wearing journey, and so I think this one got a lot of wrist time. So the strap is a little worn, or a lot worn, however you want to look at it, but you have other strap options, and I'll show you in the case there's actually even another strap in there. The weight on this, now keep in mind, it's just this leather strap, so the weight on this is 156 grams, so it's a little bit of a tank too, which makes sense. I mean, for the space that it's taking up, it is also going to be heavy. So if you look at that case design, I mean, that is just wild. I love the concave bezel that's set on there. If you're not going to do a dive watch, then do something creative with your bezel. I think that's a very cool look to it, and it would be easy to keep clean too. So look at it. I mean, Dirk wore it so much that he actually polished the side of it right there a little bit, because this is a full blasted case, so it's got a little bit of polishing there. Pretty slick that it actually patinaed up that way. So very fun. And then if we take a closer look at the dial on this guy, you can see it's like a CNC cutout piece of a metal or something, anodized metal, it looks like, with a heavy plate coat of C3 Lume on there. With a company name like Lum-Tec, you better have some Lume, right? And this guy does, and I'll do a Lume shot at the very end of the video. But you can see a skeletonized handset there, super legible. Everything about this watch is going to be simple and easy to read. That is for sure. There's going to be no legibility problems there. Nice date cut out there at almost the 4 o'clock, probably just past it a little bit. Again, no problem reading that date with a real estate size like this thing has. Nice smooth case back there, screw down case back, of course, with that 600 meter water resistance. Some information there on the back for you. Nothing crazy. So in the case, in the box here, which actually comes in a very cool box, and to purchase these, I'll put a link in the description of where you buy these, and they come out of Ohio. So here's some information. There's the company, the president. You can pause it and look that up. It comes with a certificate of authenticity, so that's kind of fun. A couple secret hidden compartments here off to the side of it. So you have this full leather. You can see Dirk wore it on this as well because it's got the imprint of the case back on there. But really nice leather NATO strap for it. I think that would pair really good with it as well. So that is in there. And then I didn't look on this side. I don't know what's over here. We got another strap. So this strap looks like it's in better shape. So a nice brown leather strap that would pair with it as well. So you have 3 different strap options there. And then of course, being a 24 millimeter strap, I think it also comes with extra spring bars. Oh, there's 1 spring bar in there, I see. You know, 24 mil, you're gonna be able to find whatever strap you want for it. I could even see doing, I think Lum-Tec has some really good 24 millimeter straps that are synthetic. Those would work really good on it too. The retail price on these is $7.95. I'm not sure if there's ever any discounts on those. So you're still at a, you know, you're kind of right in between that $500 to $1,000 mark, depending on how you can find them. Used, you're definitely going to take a hit on them. I think used, you're probably going to be closer to that $450 to $500 mark, depending on condition. I think that's probably a reasonable used price, you know, with actually selling it. So let me pop this guy on wrist for you. Well, before I do that, let me show you just for size comparison. I usually try to show next to an SKX. So you can see there, it is, it's a beast of a watch. So if you like the large watches and you cannot lie, then, you know, this is a watch for you. Or if you have a ginormous wrist, such as like some people I know that have like 8.5-inch wrist, this is going to work for you. Like, this is the watch for you. But, you know, there it is on my 7.25, and it looks big. It is a big watch, but straight up, there's nothing wrong with that. Some people like large watches, and that's their personal preference. I'm not going to judge anybody wearing a 34 millimeter watch or a 48 millimeter watch. Wear whatever the heck you like. That's my theory on it, and I stand by it because that's the one I live by. I wear whatever I want to wear. I buy whatever I want to buy. So if you like Lum-Tec and you want that crazy loom and you want a big old watch, then do it. There's nothing stopping you. Don't listen to other people. Do what you like to do. So, because these are very cool, very well-built watches, indeed. The other thing I noticed on their website, I think it's only like a 1-year warranty or something like that, but, and I don't know what the stipulations are on it, because I know Dirk actually sent this in once, and I don't see any charges on it on his receipt, but they say right on their website, free lifetime timing adjustments. So I think if you have any sort of timing issues with this, then you can send it in, and they will, you know, regulate it for you, or potentially even put a new movement in. I don't know what they cover or what they do. Maybe they won't cover a new movement, but if they can regulate it, they will. It's probably not super difficult for them to do. They can throw it on a time grapher, make a couple adjustments, and hopefully get it going again for you. I didn't throw this one on the time grapher yet. I will. Maybe I'll put those results down in the description. So let me pop these lights off so you guys can see the amazing loom on this, because it is ballistic. I mean, they found all of the real estate on the skeleton hands to utilize, and they did. And then that sandwich dial with the C3 loom plate underneath just is bonkers. It is insane bright. So if you love your loom, you are a loom junkie like most of us watch guys are, Lum-Tec has you covered. All right, guys, thanks, Dirk, for sending this in. Thank you guys for watching. I'll have a link to Dirk's channel down below. Seriously, go check it out. Give him a sub and check out some of the cartoon-size folders that he has in his collection. He has some amazing knives. If you're at all into knives, follow Dirk, because he is posting regular content, and it is just insane the amount of knives. Like, you guys know how many watches I post. Dirk's going to do the same thing kind of with knives. So it's going to be awesome. All right, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next vid.